When products reach the end of their useful life, when they become broken or worn out, they might be thrown out and become waste. Or they can be recycled to extract as much of the component materials as possible. More than 130 million net tons of scrap materials were recycled in America last year. This preserved natural resources, saved energy, and reduced greenhouse gas emissions. Worldwide, it is estimated that recycling reduces CO2 emissions by 500 million tons per year. One of the critical engines of effective recycling on a massive scale is today's modern shredder, a technological wonder that can process as much as 400 tons of scrap material per hour, separating component materials that are used as raw material for new steel and metals production. Recyclers strive to handle almost everything, not just the soda cans and bottles in the blue bins collected at curbside, but big and complicated items like home appliances, washing machines, cars, and other consumer products. Industrial and construction scrap constitutes another significant source of recyclable materials, such as I-beams from demolitions and scrap from metal stamping. Often, this scrap is made of one kind of metal and is easily sheared or shredded into pieces small enough for transport to the steel mill or foundry, where they are melted down and recast. A car, however, is a complex item. It's made mostly of steel, but has other parts that are made from non-ferrous metals, such as aluminum and copper. There are also non-metallic parts like plastics, rubber, glass, textiles, and other natural materials. Metal shredders must employ massive hammers and tremendous torque to digest a car in a matter of minutes. The recycler's shredder is actually an integrated system of several different kinds of equipment and involves three major phases: the preparation of the inbound material, the shredding itself, and the separation of the shredded scrap. Perhaps the most important phase happens at the front gate to the yard. Some products in use today contain substances of concern as part of their key components. For example, refrigerants from air conditioners, lead from batteries, and mercury switches in automobiles and appliances. Strict material acceptance policies require suppliers to remove these types of components before they are accepted by the facility for shredding, and are designed to keep the scrapyard safe, environmentally clean, and to produce a consistent and usable product for the manufacturer. The shredder control booth is the nerve center of process, and the operator is able to monitor all key functions, communicate with the crane operator and other workers supplying the carefully prepared material to the shredder. He watches for safe operation, as well as optimizing the flow of material through the shredder. Inside the main housing, huge hammers attached to the rotor drum are rotating and tearing the scrap into pieces. Each shredder is a little different depending on the size and type of rotor, the horsepower, and the linings and grates. Each of these hammers weighs about 450 pounds. Some of the larger shredders might have hammers that weigh as much as 1,200 pounds apiece. With its hammers spinning at 500 RPMs, this shredder can process between 150 and 200 tons per hour. That's roughly the number of cars parked in a 1-acre parking lot. As the scrap is shredded into smaller pieces, it is forced through holes in the grates to help densify it and make it ready for the next phase, the separation process. The shredded material, now a mixture of ferrous, non-ferrous, and non-metallic material, must be separated and cleaned. Recyclers use a series of ingenious processes and equipment, collectively known as downstream separation. First, the ferrous material is magnetically separated from the non-ferrous materials. Air jets, shakers, and other equipment remove non-metallic debris. Eddy current technology is used to separate various non-ferrous materials as they move along a system of conveyors. Non-metallic materials are collected below. Through this elaborate system, more than 70% of an automobile can be processed and recycled into its component materials. Research is underway to further recycle the remaining auto shredder residue, with hopes to extract an additional 20% of recyclable material. the shredder has revolutionized the recycling industry and made recycling an important part of how we take care of the planet. Conserving natural resources, saving energy, and reducing harmful greenhouse gases. With greater savings in energy, preservation of the land, air, and water, and conservation of virgin materials, today's modern recyclers are reshaping the landscape into a cleaner, safer, and brighter world.